Let's see if anybody's here to play with old Davy. Let's pick this up, put this over here. We just got to our staged location. We just got to our staged location and put away some of the stuff. Got a bunch of permits all updated, so the old ones are trash. Oh, I forgot to hook up got my pre-pass and best pass all back on the windshield since they put a new one in, but I forgot to run my cable into the clips. So I guess I'll have to do that still. Alright, so let's see how everybody's doing today. It's a hot one, ladies and gentlemen. You know it's hot. Looks like a little bit of wind's kicking up. That might be nice, might cool it down a little bit. APU's struggling over here in this heat, trying to keep it going. How you doing? And who is that? Angelica Jane, how you doing? How you doing? Giving it a couple minutes for people to show up, see if anyone's going to show up. Angelica Jane's here. She said hi, nobody else saying hi. Everyone's got the silent treatment. Billy's here. Hey, Billy. Billy, don't be showing your wiener, man. Yeah, it is too hot. It's freaking, it's pretty warm out. Which really sucks is I had my APU turned off because I had the steers and whatnot done on the truck this morning, so I had the APU turned off. Drove out here, shut down, took Billy for a long walk, forgetting I didn't have the APU on. So the whole time I walked him, this truck just got blistering freaking hot. Just got blistering freaking hot. While I was walking with no APU running, so I'm trying to play catch up right now, letting it cool down. What's up, Peterbilt? 98, where you're at? Where are you at, Peterbilt? I mean, are you up north? Or are you down? Oh, that's right. You went down south. That's right. That's right. I was gonna say, are you up north? Or are you out east? Or are you down south? Or are you in central? Because I'm in central now, and if you were in central, man, I'd be like, let's go get some food. Let's go get some chicken wings, boy. What's up, Justin? Did you or Melissa find your laptop cord? That's right, I just found it when I got here. I thought to myself, you know, we tore through this truck. Melissa couldn't find it, I couldn't find it. I'm like, it has to be on this truck. Where in the hell could it be? I tore the top bunk apart because that's where I normally keep it. Melissa tore the top bunk apart. I looked behind the refrigerator, looked here, there, and I thought to myself, where do things usually disappear to on this truck? Under the bed. It was literally where the laptop sits between my bed and the cabinet. The cord was tucked right up under the bed. So what had happened is when I pull the, you know, my sheet comes undone sometimes. So I pull the corner of the bed up, put the sheet back on, and drop it back down. Well, when I pulled that bed back up, it probably just rolled right under the bed. So I found it when I stopped here because I forgot who I told today. I was like, you know what? I never checked under the bed. I wonder if it's under the bed. And sure as shit, there it was. So we won't tell Melissa we found it, though, because then she'll be like, I told you it was on the truck. But at least she didn't find it. That would have been bad because she would have said, you never find that, and I always have to find this stuff. So this time I found it, and she didn't. So, yeah. It sucked. I couldn't get my truck washed on the way here. I stopped at the truck wash coming here, and they had a line of trucks all the way out onto the street, into the street. And I wasn't going to sit and be a major sitting duck, sitting in the, actually sitting in the street to go get a truck wash. There was no shoulder to sit on or nothing. So, needless to say, I didn't get my truck washed. So I'll have to get it washed between loads, which is no big deal. There's a couple truck washes I can go to. But hometown was pretty good, Nothing too exciting. I bought a truck at home, so I guess that was exciting. I don't know, Peterbilt. I can't get in contact with anybody. I sent messages, and I guess I'll send another one in the morning, and if no one contacts me in the morning, I just go back home. So, yeah, what are you going to do? You know how it is, Peterbilt. You know how it is. I have never, ever, ever had this bad a communication with anybody in my life. But we ain't going to talk about that. It's just, wow. I'm hoping I go east. I'd like to go all the way out east to get some revenue built up. But I got to put in for home time tomorrow, because I got to be back home on the 4th or the 5th. I got to take Melissa to a doctor appointment on the 6th, I believe. And I'm going to have brakes put on my truck on the 5th. Wait a minute, now that I think about it, she's having her shit done on a Saturday? I need to... My window's good. There's a blemish in it that's supposed to be right in front of my view, but I don't see it, so... Yeah, whatever that blemish... They showed it to me before they put the window in, and you could see it because they had their fingerprints, you know, they washed it and wiped it, and then they were touching it, you know, feeling it, so you could see that, but I don't see the blemish in it, so we're good. What's up, Greg? How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? But I went ahead and printed out about 15 bill of ladings there, Peterbilt, while I was at home, some blanks. I have a printer on the truck, but the printer paper I have on the truck's really expensive, so I did a bunch at home. I figured 10 or 15 of them, plus the 4 or 5 I had printed off on my truck paper, should do me just fine by the time, you know, for me to go back home. Because like I said, I'm only going to be out here till the 5th, I believe. Yep. I'm home for a week. I have just been bicycling and fishing, Greg Hurley says. Right on, a little bike action, huh? Isn't it too hot to be bicycling? You don't want to give your old ass a heart attack now, do you? You printed off 25? Right on. I don't stay out as long as you, though. You stay out like 2 months at a time. That's some crazy ass shit, man. No way, Jose. Not doing that shit. Melissa says she doesn't want me staying out that long, so what am I going to do? The old lady says no to staying out for a month at a time, so I'm not going to do it. I'll stay out 3 weeks. She said maximum is 3 weeks. I'm only allowed to stay out 3 weeks at a time. So I figured 2-3 weeks at a time. I got 2 weeks to take her to the doctor. And then, oh wait, no, 2 weeks is my home time, and a month from now is her doctor. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why it's on the weekend. I'm like, what the hell? Why is her doctor appointment on the weekend? Okay, it's not her doctor appointment. That's for me to go get the brakes done on the truck. Yeah, buddy. Asked for me to go get a steak. I wonder if there's anywhere over here, Trace, to get a steak. Have you ever looked? I mean, I couldn't Uber to a place and leave Billy in the truck in the summertime, not with how iffy the APUs are on shutting off. I couldn't do that, so I guess it don't matter unless it was a cool day. But come wintertime, or yeah, whatever, I ain't gonna be here in wintertime. I stayed out for 6 weeks. I was racking in the cash. Right on. You're used to staying out a long time though too, aren't you, Greg? Because weren't you over in the oil field staying out for like 2-3 months at a time? Some crazy shit like that. Yeah. I stayed in Alaska for 3 or 4 months straight. Yeah, running them boats. You gotta stay. I mean, once you get on a boat, it's not like they're gonna just drop you off. Weren't you on a crab boat or fishing boat or something like that when you were in Alaska? You never looked for one, okay. I'm gonna have to see if there's a steak place out here. But the weather would have to be better than no 100-degree days. Unless I left the truck running. I would trust the truck to stay idling for an hour than the APU. I don't trust this APU as far as I can throw it. You're building ice roads, driving a water truck. Oh, okay. Building an ice road. Yeah, it's hard to stay out 3 or 4 months at a time when you got a family at home. That put a strain on anybody's relationship. What's up, sweetie pie? I made it. I made it. Probably coming down to where I'm more than likely they got everything booked out for tomorrow. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Peterbilt. Probably coming down to where I'm more than likely they got everything booked out for tomorrow. Well, if you went south today, you'll be coming back central tomorrow. Cliff says, I had Jack in the Box for the first time last week. Nashville hot popcorn chicken and tiny tacos are pretty good. Those tiny tacos suck, bro. What's up with that? You're figuring out dinner? Right on. Right on, right on. I got to figure out dinner. I think I'll have some spaghetti or meatloaf or something. I went ahead and made a ramen noodle, and I took 2 bites of it, and I'm not feeling it. I don't know if it's just too hot out or what, but I couldn't do it. It's not agreeing with me for something. It's like, ew. And I usually, it's got a weird taste to it. I don't know what's the deal. I think what happened is I didn't put enough water in it, so you couldn't mix up, and then you put that sauce on it, it won't mix up good, so it's really funky tasting. So it's like, nah, I don't need to eat nothing funky. You don't like meat flavored bean paste? No, I like meat flavored bean paste in their big tacos. Their little tacos, I remember I had them one time and they just seemed to be very stale. Not crunchy. Because, you know, I like the mini tacos out of like Road Rangers and those kind of places. They're always pretty good there. But, yeah. Yep. Puke flavored bean paste. What's up, Confused Outlaw? You're in Atlanta heading back to California, huh? Right on. Yeah, that's true. Sriracha or Tapatio or something would go good on those. Or even the Jack in the Box taco sauce would go good on them. Because they're kind of like the regular tacos, but not quite the same. Oh man, eat that pudding because it will be bad by the time I come home. The coconut water will last until I get home. I mean, you can drink it if you want it, but yeah, you're right, I forgot it. Well, thank you, Confused Outlaw. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I got a quote for brake pads, $1,200. TA wanted $1,500. Wanted $1,500 for parts and labor, and the place by my house wants $1,200. Now I'm assuming TA's using Freightliner brake pads, and I bet you the place by my house is probably using aftermarket. I don't know if there is an aftermarket or not, because it's like, why would a small mom and pop place be $300 cheaper than TA? Now, if I need rotors, that's going to suck. That's going to add a lot of money to it. But TA wanted like $594 in labor and $700 or $800 or something like that in parts. And then their miscellaneous taxes and fees. But when they had my front wheel off this morning, I looked at the brake pad. There's a lot of brake pad left. But in the edge of the pad, it looks like the housing of the pad folds around it. And it was really close to touching the rotor. The one side had a lot of space. The other side was real close to touching the rotor. So the mechanic there says that they're good, that they got half inch. All my brakes are at half inch. And you know, you can run them down to a 1/4 inch, but I've got 510,000 or 505,000, no, 501,000 miles on this truck. I think 500,000 miles is good enough for a set of brakes. I'm not going to risk it and start chewing up the rotors. So I'm going to just do it. You know, because I would hate to keep running and then grind down a rotor and go, oh, you need rotors now because you were too cheap to get them done on time. And you can only trust so much. Wow, that freaking noodle is leaving a bad taste in my mouth when I burp. Ugh. Did I buy a wheel? I bought 2 tires. Man, it sucks, dude. Firestone steers were just under $500 a tire. But I had to do Michelin's. Michelin's were $7.99 before Landstar discount. It looks like I got a $100 discount on each tire. So $700 a tire versus 400 and something, probably 300 and something with Landstar's discount. But I don't know, I'm so afraid not to put Michelin steers on because those Goodyears went to shit so fast. But with the cost difference, I probably should have. What can you say? It's a give and take business. Yeah, trucking is a give and take business. You give it all your money and it takes all your money. You give it your heart and soul and it gives you heartburn. You could give it blood, sweat, and tears and it gives you freaking ulcers. You know? Also got my Duran tire monitor in the mail Friday. So I put that on, so now my tire monitors are all working. I've replaced 4 out of the 6 since I got the truck, so if one of the steers go bad, I'm just buying both steers and I'm changing them both at the same time. I ain't fucking around now that I got all the drives changed. I changed the drives one at a time. It seemed like they went bad a month apart. So stupid. You're surprised I am at the local truck stop. I'm where you were, where you broke your clock from. I ain't gonna go over there and sit in the freaking corner. Why do that when I can sit here and have a bathroom? And if I wanted to get a soda, I got coffee here. Although they charge a lot, $3.35 for a cup of coffee here for my coffee refill. I can't remember what this is. I think it's like 24 ounces. It's 30 ounces and they charge you $3.40, 35 cents at this truck stop. Love's charges me $1.79, Pilot $2.79. TA, I always get free coffee at TA because I get all my fuel from TA. Yeah, I know. Someone's going to say, why don't you put a coffee maker in your truck? Because I have no room for a coffee maker. It's a little truck. There's no room for a coffee maker. Do, 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 do. Billy, you want to come out and say hi, buddy? You want to come over here, bud? Come here. You want to come say hi? No? He wasn't feeling good this morning. He threw up. He threw up on my seat. He seems to be back to his old self, though. Went out and used the restroom and all that good stuff. And when I come to a stop, he wants to go out. This morning when I stopped, he didn't even want to go out of the truck. I called him to go out for a walk, and he ran to the back and jumped in bed. He's like, nope, not happening. Not happening, man. I'm a little bummed that I didn't get my load for tomorrow, though. I hope that don't mean I'm not going to get I'm going to get like a late load or some bullshit like that. I wonder how many times I'm going to have to email him to let him know I'm actually here now before they acknowledge and say, oh, okay. Figuring being old as he is, he would have a coffee maker on his truck. Shut up. Trace, bro. How long are you planning to stay out this time? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'll be going back home on the. Well, you know what? Is it going to be 2 weeks? Let's have a look. Let's look at the calendar. Apps. Calendar. So 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, and maybe a day. But I'm only going to be home for like 4 days. You know what I mean? So tomorrow I'll put in my home time. And then I'll come back, and I'll be back. I'll run for just under 2 weeks, and then I got to take Melissa to the doctor's for her procedure. And then I'll go back and I'll run 2 weeks, and then my daughter comes for like a week. So for the next couple months, I'll only be running 2 weeks out. 2 weeks is easy peasy, man. It's like you ain't even out working to do 2 weeks. Because once your week is up, on your second week, you're starting to, oh, okay, now you got to watch to see when you're getting home. Hopefully they don't go, man, you take too much homes time. We're dropping you from this account. I talked to another driver, and he says they won't do that. He says he goes home weekly. But usually just for 34. I kind of enjoyed being bobtail. Going home was nice, going home bobtail, and coming back, it was nice coming back bobtail because, you know, you run into some traffic, you could get the streets and go through back roads and all kinds of crap without worrying about getting stuck with the trailer anywhere. When Google says there's a faster route, you could say, okay, I'm taking it, because I can turn around anywhere. I can turn around anywhere. After I get the brakes done, though, all my maintenance is done on the truck. They did the depth filter at the TA. Cost me $54 for them to put it in. Looking at my truck sitting on there on the concrete, I should have just pulled my truck out into the street and grabbed my creeper, because I could have used the creeper and went right up the center of my truck to change it. But you're on the street sitting duck, so couldn't do that. And the concrete part of my driveway's got an awning over it, so the truck wouldn't fit under it. I guess I could have threw a creeper in the truck, went to the truck stop, and did it at the truck stop. Could have done that. But what are you going to do? Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go because I got to figure out what I'm going to do for actual dinner, but I'm going to go use the facilities first. You know what to do. Thanks for watching.